Who was Adam's first wife before Eve? Could there be a story hidden within ancient texts that challenges everything we thought we knew about the origins of humanity? In the rich mosaic of Jewish folklore, the figure of Lilith presents a narrative quite unlike the familiar tales of Adam and Eve. According to some ancient texts, before the creation of Eve, there was Lilith, who was made from the same earth as Adam. This origin story sets her apart as not just another creature of Eden, but as a being with a claim to equality with Adam, her counterpart. Lilith's story originates from the alphabet of Ben Sira, an anonymous medieval text, and earlier Babylonian Talmud references, where she is depicted not as a rib-born consort, but as a co-created partner for Adam. From the very beginning, Lilith was intended to be an equal to Adam, sharing the same spiritual and physical essence. This equal creation is crucial, as it frames the core of the conflicts that would later arise between them. The implications of Lilith's equality with Adam are profound. In a time and context where female subordination was often normalized, Lilith's story stands out as a challenge to the patriarchal structures. Her narrative suggests that there was once a vision of gender equality at the very inception of human creation. However, equality in creation did not translate to harmony in living. As the story goes, Lilith's independent nature led to friction between her and Adam. The central issue revolved around the dynamics of power and partnership. Lilith was unwilling to conform to a subservient role, which was expected in the traditional interpretations of gender roles at the time. This dispute over equality versus subservience was not just a personal conflict between the first man and woman, but a thematic reflection on the broader societal norms regarding gender roles. These themes are rarely explored in the mainstream biblical narratives, but are crucial for understanding the cultural and theological significance of Lilith's story. Her departure from Eden, driven by a desire for autonomy and recognition as an equal, marks a critical turning point in the creation story and sets the stage for the subsequent creation of Eve, who was made from Adam's rib, symbolizing a different approach to the creation of a partner. Thus, the story of Lilith provides a fascinating glimpse into early interpretations of equality, autonomy, and partnership in the spiritual and mythological ancestry of humanity. It invites us to rethink not just the roles of Adam and Eve, but also the underlying messages about gender and power encoded in these ancient texts. The Eden they inhabited was initially a place of mutual respect and shared duties. However, this balance began to falter as deeper aspects of their equality were tested. The serene environment of Eden, a paradise designed for harmony, started to echo with the first debates over the nature of equality and partnership. The build-up to the ensuing conflict began subtly. Both Lilith and Adam engaged in daily activities and decisions that reflected their shared governance of Eden. However, as time passed, the theoretical equality they were supposed to enjoy began to show cracks under practical realities. Lilith, aware of her equal creation with Adam, saw no reason for any disparity in their roles or decision-making processes. This included everything from deciding which tasks to undertake to the dynamics of their personal interactions. One illustrative moment came when they discussed the management of Eden's creatures and resources. Adam's views often leaned towards traditional stewardship, where he assumed a leading role, while Lilith advocated for a partnership approach, insisting on having an equal say in all matters. These discussions, while initially civil, gradually grew in intensity as both parties felt their core values being challenged. The tension escalated over discussions about their roles in the broader cosmic plan, a topic on which they had fundamentally different perspectives. Adam, perhaps influenced by a sense of precedent set by celestial hierarchies, viewed his role as naturally dominant. In contrast, Lilith, empowered by the very essence of her creation, challenged this, arguing that no such precedent justified a diminution of her status. This ideological conflict was not merely about who got to decide what, but touched on profound questions about the nature of power, respect, and equality. Each conversation, each disagreement, brought them closer to a critical juncture. Lilith began to feel increasingly constrained by a partnership that was supposed to be based on equality, but now seemed mired in a struggle for dominance. The growing ideological clashes between Lilith and Adam reached a critical juncture, culminating in a decisive and dramatic event. The tensions that had been simmering beneath the surface of their seemingly idyllic life in Eden finally erupted, leading Lilith to make a bold and unprecedented choice. Faced with ongoing disputes and an environment that increasingly felt restrictive rather than empowering, Lilith decided to assert her autonomy in the most profound way possible. She invoked the sacred and ineffable name of God, a powerful act within Jewish mystical traditions that granted her the ability to transcend the physical limitations of Eden. This invocation was not merely a spoken word, but a declaration of independence, symbolizing her refusal to be subjugated or diminished. The moment Lilith uttered the divine name, the dynamics of Eden were forever altered. This act was both an assertion of her inherent power and a profound demonstration of her will to maintain her equality, even if it meant separation from Adam and the paradise they had shared. It was a move that shocked Adam, who had never anticipated such a definitive break, reflecting his misunderstanding of the depth of Lilith's convictions. As Lilith left Eden, the impact was immediate and tangible. The air of paradise, once filled with the harmony of coexistence, now bore the weight of a profound absence. Adam was left alone, not just physically, but in a deeper existential sense, as he grappled with the implications of what had transpired. This departure marked not only a physical exit from Eden, but a spiritual and ideological schism that would echo through theological and cultural narratives for millennia. Lilith's departure reshaped the narrative of human origins profoundly. It introduced themes of conflict, independence, and the consequences of challenging established hierarchies. Her exit from Eden was not just an escape from an untenable situation, but a moment of self-actualization and empowerment that questioned the very foundations of patriarchal structures depicted in traditional creation stories.